Hello everyone and welcome to Victoria's Cantina, where today we're having a look at the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series Elite Praetorian Guard Walmart exclusive 3 3/4 inch action figure. Packaging design, as you can see, has not changed in the last couple of years. You can see the figure in there, you can see his accessory, and you get an image on the bottom right of the character. At the back, you get a description of the character as well as that image once again. As the Supreme Leader of the First Order, Snoke was flanked by crimson-clad guardians, loyal protectors encased in ornate armor ready to defend the Supreme Leader from any threat. And there's that image once again. So very simplistic packaging, not a whole lot to it. So okay, I'm going to go ahead and spend a few minutes, get this guy out of the box. When we come back, we'll take a closer look. All right. So this is what it's all about right here. Super articulated 3 3/4 inch action figures. So awesome to have more of these in the line. As you can see, the sculpt looks fantastic. I was really apprehensive about this character design when I first saw it. I didn't like it. I just didn't think it looked very Star Warsy. I really did like the samurai influence, but I didn't really think it looked that great. But now that I actually have the figure in hand and I can look at it and pose it, I think it's a great looking design. I think it looks really good. As you can see, sculpt-wise and proportions, it looks fantastic. They really seem to have done a fabulous job replicating the look of these guys as they appear in the film. No, I haven't seen the film. You haven't either, I don't think. But as far as stills from the movie and publicity, all that stuff, this looks to be quite on par with what we've been shown. Gotta say, I really like the glossy red of the plastic. It looks really nice. It really looks sleek and it helps the figure pop and jump out at you. Of course, you do have the mixed media. You have the soft goods skirt. Some people might like that, some might not. But there's no denying it really helps as far as functionality is concerned with the articulation. And being a Black Series figure, there is plenty of articulation and a really cool accessory. We'll get all into that in just a bit. Let's look at the head. It looks really good. Very nice sculpt work. Again, very much like what we've seen in those publicity stills of the character. Now, I don't really know how these guys see. I don't know if maybe all of these lines and stuff right here on the mask, I don't know if maybe that's mesh and they can see through it. I mean, otherwise, I don't know how else they would see. I mean, there's obviously no slit or anything. But hey, it looks good, looks cool. The arms, the sculpting there, I mean, it looks fabulous. It really translated very nice into action figure form from design. And again, just that glossy plastic looks freaking awesome. Underneath here, below that, you have the soft goods and pretty much what we've seen before. It's got a little bit of an elasticity to it. So it's got to have some nylon that's made into it. And if you lift that up, very nice sculpted black pants underneath. Which is very interesting because you have all this red, then you have that black. I like that. I think it looks good. It breaks it up. And then very nice glossy black down here at the boots. Overall, I'm really digging what I'm seeing. It is interesting how these are red. I think that is a little bit repetitive. Why not make them all black? Maybe with red pants or green or I don't know, blue? In the way of articulation, you do have a ball joint here at the head. And it seems to work pretty well. You can go down a little bit and up a little bit. It is a little bit loose. You can kind of see right there. But it seems to work pretty well. I mean, you can rotate it, you can tilt it. Pretty nice overall. Ball hinging at both of these shoulders. Now check this out. There is no obstruction. You can rotate it all the way. This top piece right there, the shoulder pads are separate from the shoulders, so that really helps in that respect. Here at both of the elbows, you got ball hinging. You can bend it, you can swivel it. Ball hinging at both of the wrists. This one goes forward and back. You can rotate it. Opposite one also goes forward and back. And here at the torso, you got a ball joint. And this is actually pretty nice. It's pretty stiff. And that helps to help keep the pose. So that moves pretty nicely. Ball hinging at both of the hips and full range of movement down here. And just got to angle it right. There you go. Praetorian split. Haha. And you can bend them forward like that and rotate it. And you can push them all the way up like that. Look at that. More than 90 degrees. Awesome. You also have slits right here at both of the thighs. You can rotate that. Ball hinging at both of the knees. Moves back all the way. And you can rotate that. Here at the ankles, you have a bend. And you can rotate it. Nice movement overall. I am totally pleased with this. I'm kind of kicking myself for not buying an extra one, but I'm really happy to have one. Now for accessories, you get this staff that has a mean looking blade at the end of it. I mean, I totally would not want to find myself at the opposite end of that blade because yikes. But look at this. Look at the sculpt work that went into creating the staff. It is very samurai in design. I love that. It just looks fantastic. I really like it. Lots of nice texturing right there. Look at the silver details right there. You can see all the texture on them. And even the blade. I mean, it's got a very nice paint application, but it looks quite natural. It looks very sharp. I love it. He also holds that mean-looking staff very well. No problems there. So just for the sake of comparison, here's the Praetorian Guard, along with the Black Series 3 3/4 inch Royal Guard that was re-released late last year. It is really cool to see them one to the other. Obviously, the designs are very, very different. The Praetorian definitely looks like more of a badass for all intents and purposes. Definitely a more armored look with a meaner looking weapon. So it will be interesting to see if we get to see them in action during the film. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. This is the Hasbro Star Wars, the Black Series 3 3/4 inch Praetorian Guard. Overall, you guys, I love the figure. I mean, I really didn't expect to like it this much. Partially because, like I said, I wasn't really that enthused by the design when I first saw it. In fact, some people even said they look like lobsters, which I can kind of see that. But I really like the figure. I mean, it's awesome. It's sculpted beautifully. I love the vibrant look of the glossy plastic. The soft goods is nice. I do kind of feel like it's a little bit lacking in terms of there being a little bit too much exposure at the bottom. One thing that I would like to know is how this would have turned out if they would have gone with a vinyl type lower robe piece instead of the soft goods. Maybe that would have looked even better. But nonetheless, they color matched it perfectly, and it doesn't detract from how much I like the figure. The poseability is awesome. Fully articulated figure, you can get into all sorts of poses, and it really is fun to play with and look at and pose with his awesome battle staff blade thing. Overall, totally worth it. I'd like to get another one, and I do hope that they release the other designs of the Praetorian Guard, because I think there's at least 2 or 3 other designs. So it would be nice to get them in super articulated form, not just 5 POA, but super articulated form. Like I said, that's where it's at. So I'm so happy with this figure, and come on Hasbro, give us more of them. Alright my friends, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If so, give me a like, subscribe, let me know your thoughts down below. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Subscribe to the Cantina Chatter podcast on iTunes. And as always, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to Victoria's Cantina. Until next time, bye-bye.